on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Well, welcome to a new Caribbean island, at least for us. We've come over to Turks and Caicos, and oh, are we excited.
Yes, we are on the island of Providenciales. I think it's probably the most popular. Correct me if I'm wrong. Turks and Caicos Island. It's our very first time. We're so excited to explore. We have heard so much about this island, about the beaches, the white sand, the turquoise water, and I think the beaches here are considered some of the best in the world, so we can't wait to check them out.
This is our first time seeing these beaches. We got here late last night, and oh my, look at the color of this water. I just have to stop for a moment and really take this in. This is wild. This is exceeding expectations already. Guys, if you're wondering who we are, by the way, because I know some of you will be new, I'm Trevor, that's Anna, we're the Delightful Travelers. Hit the subscribe button to follow along on our Turks and Caicos adventure here. Well, we're gonna have to do an official water test.
To be honest, this water is so inviting. I'm sure you guys can see it through the camera. It's so inviting that it's almost a tease to just put my feet in. I actually want to jump right in, but I will. I'll do it for the camera. Oh yeah, that's nice. It's like not cool, not hot. Like it's not too hot. It's just a little bit refreshing, but perfect.
You know what's crazy? It's partially cloudy today, and the water still looks like this. I don't know if we're gonna get complete blue sky, but it doesn't matter because look at this. This is
definitely one of the calmest, clearest beaches I have ever been on. So as we just said, this is our first time here and really just got here. So this is totally our first impressions, our real first impressions. But we also want to give you guys a little bit of valuable information, stuff that might be good to know if you're coming here very soon and you just want to get some lowdown.
Yeah, the main thing we want to talk about first is the airport. So coming in, we didn't know exactly what to expect. And I don't know what my impressions were of Turks before we got here, but I expected the airport, I think, to be a little bit bigger than it is.
Yeah, it's quite small. There's not a lot there. Of course, we haven't flown out, so we don't know what's in the departures area, but in the arrivals, it's pretty quiet.
Very small. And then when you get outside the airport, you're going to wonder about how to get around. Taxis are king around here, and the thing is, they're actually shared taxis like a van. They're not what you expect, like a traditional taxi. You actually get in and you wait for other people to get in. So keep that in mind. You have to wait a little bit of time for it all to happen, but hey, it's island life. We're on the Caribbean.
So if you are wondering about currency here, they entirely use the US dollar. If you're coming from the United States, of course, that won't be a problem for you, but we were coming from the Dominican Republic where they use the peso. That's all we had on us. We arrived at the airport in the Dominican Republic. There was no exchange there, which we thought. I thought every airport has an exchange.
There was also, I didn't even see a bank machine.
I didn't even see a bank machine either. So then we arrived here thinking, okay, we'll just exchange it when we arrive at the airport. Again, the airport's very, very small. No exchange there as well. Probably because everybody is typically coming from Canada, US, and brings their US dollars with them. There was an ATM. It was out of service.
And then the first ATM we tried after that from the taxi, like in town, no money.
The second one we tried, no money. So we actually had to search around to find an ATM. So just be prepared. If you can come with your US dollars, do it.
So one of the things we've done here in Turks and Caicos is we rented a car, and that is mainly because you have to, guys. If you want to get around this island, you're going to need a car no matter what. You can try taking taxis the whole time, but taxis are so expensive on this island. So we thought it made more sense to get a car. I think it was around $55, something like that. But check it out. Here's the weird thing. Well, to you guys, you probably don't know what side of the car this is. They drive on the other side of the road here, meaning when you're driving, you're on the left side. So like not like in North America. It's kind of how the British do it. And this is our first time ever driving on the other side of the road. We've only done it a little bit now, and it's a little bit terrifying. It's just so weird to think like lefts are short turns and rights are wide turns, like the opposite way that I'm used to driving. Okay, here we go. It's only a second time out doing this. First time was just getting here. So wish us luck. Remember, stay on the left side, Trevor. Stay on the left side, Trevor.
As we drive along here on the left side of the road, so weird. I'm going to tell you a little bit about like something we've noticed since we got here. Of course, we are coming from the Dominican Republic. I can't remember if we said that already. So we're probably going to be comparing a little bit of that with this today. Apologies for everybody that hasn't been to both places. But it's very, very flat here, very, very dry, not very lush. Whereas like the Dominican Republic feels like all jungle and lush and like very, very green. Here, I mean, there's some greenery, but in general, the ground is very like dusty. It feels dusty.
So you can get cars where the wheel is actually on the left side, speed bump, but you still have to drive on the left side of the road, so that would be weird. But here's the weirdest thing that I noticed is the blinker, which would normally be on the left, your left hand in North America, is on the other side. So I keep turning on the wipers when I want to turn left or right so far. What am I doing? Well, you know us, we worked up an appetite, huh? This is pretty cool though. What's this, do you think?
So it's actually a Sunday here, and those of you that have followed us a while know that we love Sunday brunch. There seems to be a few brunch places here. I think this place has it. Hopefully they actually have brunch and they have seats. Well, this is gonna do. We have the most epic view. They do have brunch, which is on its way, and I also got myself a Bloody Caesar, one of my favorites. A definite must-have when you're having brunch. And I always thought they would be hard to find outside of Canada, but they seem to be quite common here in the Caribbean. It is kind of a Canadian drink, I guess.
It's kind of like a Bloody Mary, right?
It is, yeah. So they had them all over the place in the Dominican Republic, but they were always made a little bit differently. Here, this tastes like the Canadian version, so I'm very impressed.
We're pretty excited today because this is the first time we're having eggs Benedict in a very long time. We knew that you could get these here, but let's just dive right in. First of all, let's see how this yolk is. Oh yeah, well, that's a good sign of things to come, my friends. That's a good sign of things to come. Well, here we go. Let's just try that out. Oh yeah. Oh, how I missed you. Oh, how I missed you. When you don't have something for months and months and months, and then you finally do, I always taste better than I remember. That is perfect. Hollandaise sauce on top of that poached egg with the bread, so good. The hollandaise sauce is very flavorful. It's rich in that flavor. It's creamy, nice and buttery. The eggs are perfect. I just miss kind of some Western breakfast, guys, to be completely honest. We've been eating a lot of Dominican breakfast, which I absolutely love as well, but it's good to have this style back again.
Oh, that was so good. Such a Sunday treat. Now we're actually on the hunt for some beach chairs and like an umbrella, see if we can rent them somewhere. I actually thought they would do it at that place we were just at, Bay Bistro, but apparently that's just for hotel guests. I think it's a very small hotel. We're told that apparently a lot of places do rent out beach chairs, or if you're getting food or drinks, you can usually stay, but let's see.
There's some chairs right up here, but man, look how beautiful this is. Seriously though, this is wild.
Yeah, so great. This is Grace Bay Beach. I've heard that it often wins awards for like the #1 beach in the world, and now I get it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't even know if we've ever seen water like this, and you guys know us. We've been to a lot of beaches around the world, but this one, whew,
yeah,
man, that water, just look at that water. All right, we actually had a bit of luck here. You can see the chairs back there, and yeah, we just not too far from where we just were. As we said, it's gorgeous here, both directions. This beach just looks like it goes on forever. Just talk about prices for a second, just first impressions. And coming from the Dominican Republic, we would pay something like maybe $3 for that setup back there. That's meaning 2 loungers and 1 umbrella. Here, it's $20 for the 2 loungers and $20 USD for the umbrella. So $40 in total. And believe it or not, I think that's actually a deal for this whole beach trip. We heard some of the hotels, and we're not at a hotel, these go around for like $100 or something. So whew, it's gonna take a while to get used to these prices, but it's not gonna take a while to get used to this water.
Oh, this water is amazing. It's perfectly calm. You can see straight to the bottom.
I know.
This is the kind of water that when I come out to, I don't want to get out of. I could like float around here basically all day. And I think a lot of people have the same thing in mind. There's a lot of people here right now.
Yeah, look. So it's Sunday, as a lot of locals out. You can see there's a bit of noise up there. Here are some people having a good time.
Yeah, we've been to quite a few Caribbean islands now, and we find Sunday is typically like beach day, and everybody comes with their families, with their friends, and they come down and basically like party on the beach. I'm assuming it's the same way here, but maybe it's like this every day. We'll find out soon enough.
It's funny you said that, because he did say because it's Sunday, it's a little busier than normal. So I think that seems to be the theme anywhere we go in the Caribbean. But man, this is maybe the best beach, one of the best beaches we've ever been on.
I'm gonna keep saying this, but I can see why it's rated one of the top beaches in the world. I can't believe how white the sand is and how clear the water is and how calm it is. It's gorgeous. So since Trevor is our DD for today, I'm gonna be the official beer tester and I guess Caesar tester of the day. So very, very interesting. I had read about this a little bit before we came, but Turks Head Brewery is like the main domestic, I guess, sort of beer here, but it's like a craft brewery, which is super exciting for us. You guys probably know, because we talk about it all the time, how much we love craft beer. So that's really exciting to come here and see like a craft beer that's basically available everywhere. Even when we asked the guy that we rented the chairs from, do you have beer? He's like, of course. And he brought over 2 beers for us. I think they were $5 each. This one it's called I Soon Reach, and it's a light beer. And let me tell you, it is extremely light. I feel like there's like 0% alcohol in here, but it's not 0%, but it tastes like it. It's like very Bud Light, similar to like a Bud Light or Coors Light. Last night we went out to dinner to a place maybe we'll take you to later that had a happy hour, and they had the lager, which was delicious. Really, really liked it. Maybe in one of the videos we'll head over to take a tour of the brewery. Not quite sure, no promises there, but it's something we could potentially do this week.
So I'm sure there are some of you watching right now that are wondering where Turks and Caicos is. It is northwest of the Dominican Republic. It's not too far from there. It's also kind of close to Cuba. It's a very small cluster of islands that is a very touristic destination. I was actually talking to the guy that rented us the chairs, and I asked him, like, how many people live here? And he said there's about 40,000 residents, but that includes like locals from here and also, like, you know, expats and just people that live here now. But he said there's about, give or take, 10,000 locals, like, made up of all of the islands. The one we're on right now, Provo, is the most touristic, and it can be expensive. He was saying this beach that we're on specifically is the most expensive. Also, the other side of the island can be a little bit more affordable. I found that really interesting. But speaking of interesting, I just want to show you this place back here. So this is one of the hotels here on Grace Bay, and it goes for, get this, well, first I'm just gonna say it's June, not even high season, and this goes for about 900 USD per night. Yep. And that's cheap. He asked, the guy asked us who we're renting the chairs from. He's like, are you spending $30,000 to be here this week on the island? And I was like, what? No, I mean, no. Geez, you can go around the world for that. but anyway, that's just, hopefully that gives you an idea of what the costs are. I found that interesting, but it doesn't matter. It's expensive to be here. We're not here for that long, but I still can't get over the beach. There's also no one in this section I'm on right now. I just went for a short walk. There's no one around. Just me, white sand, beautiful, beautiful turquoise water. This is the guy that we're renting the chairs from. His name's Abraham. Best guy on the beach, right?
Best beach on the island, you know.
Look at it. I mean, look at our spot.
You know, once you tell the beach here, you get to walk the strip and come back. So
where can people find you? What's it called?
At Aber_TCI, ABER_TCI.
And we'll put it on the screen, but it's also right next to Hemingway's, right? So that's the easiest maybe landmark to find.
Parking lot right there, public beach. Hey, you can't beat it.
Yeah,
So,
he's the man
nice
too.
and quiet, right?
Appreciate him. Well, now it's a few hours later, and this is a total different vibe happening down here. We are now at a marina. A little bit unexpected for me. I didn't expect to find this here, did you?
Not really, no. But we basically took our car back, changed, got cleaned up from the beach.
Yeah.
And then this place is actually really, really close to where we're staying. I think it's called Turtle Cove Marina.
Turtle Cove, and there's a lot of yachts here. I mean, like, a lot of yachts.
I think if you were a sailor and coming to park your boat, this is probably where you do it. Maybe there's other spots, I'm not sure. But it's also a lot of like fishing boats and like charter boats. Maybe if you're gonna take a snorkeling trip or a fishing trip, this is where you come to do it.
Yeah,
We're
I
still
think so.
kind of discovering this place, so I'm thinking that's what this is all about.
Yeah, look at this one. So you can see the big fishing lines there. So I think they're fishing lines. Maybe they're not fishing lines. I don't know if they are or not. Someone will tell us, I think, huh? We don't
I
know.
assumed those were fishing lines. Good question.
They might not be, but look at this one. So you can see a charter boat. You can see over here, I think some of those folks came back for the day. So yeah, totally different vibe from the beach though. Also just found a restaurant here, Shark Bite Bar and Grill. We might go in for a happy hour drink or to see if they have a happy hour. We're not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But we are thirsty, we know that much. All right, now I can have a drink since we're back home. We dropped the car off, and this draft beer, I'm excited that I can get some draft beer again, is the Turks brewery we've been talking about in this video already, and this is a different kind. It's the lager, so I'm very excited about that. One thing though, we noticed last night when we got here in the evening, it's a little more dressy here. Not right now, and I'm certainly not doing the part here. But in general, like, we were at another restaurant last night. We noticed like a lot of people dress up here, and coming from the Dominican Republic, which is where we were for 8 months. For those of you that don't know, you can watch those videos. I mean, it's when you're on the beach there or whatever you're doing, it's really casual. Like, I mean, really casual for the most part. So the place we're at now, luckily, because I forgot to dress up, is much more chilled out. I don't think we're going to be eating today or anything like that. We're just going to have a drink. But I wanted to point that out. It's just something we noticed, an observation, that people kind of get dressed up here a little more. Which to us is just weird because we're just used to laying low and having a very casual, chilled out time and wearing tank tops and flip-flops.
Funny enough, if it wasn't quite so hot here, I'm like boiling hot. I think it's well around 30, but like there's no wind at all. But if I just turned around and looked, I could actually think that we could maybe be at home in Nova Scotia, because it looks so nautical here.
It does.
For those people that don't know, Nova Scotia is our home province in Canada. It's right on the coast, so there's lots of like fishing villages and that kind of thing there. So yeah, it could totally be Nova Scotia.
Yeah, and you can even hear some birds like gulls in the background
Yeah.
sometimes. So it's like, am I in Nova Scotia? I mean, but there's no way. It's just way too hot. It's so hot. So I did taste Anna's beer before, but I will say this one is much better. It's just more full. It is a lager, and that's about the strongest beer I want to drink when I'm down here in this kind of heat. But again, back to just, first times, first impressions. Didn't expect that I'd find craft beer on tap at all these places around here. It's a lot of fun. This first day has been, just full of surprises. I mean, obviously we knew the beaches were going to be spectacular, but we didn't think Turks was going to be quite like this. We're having a lot of fun, and we got a lot more plans coming up on what to do in the islands here.
So yeah, today has been absolutely amazing. It's been great to have our very first day here in Providence. Yeah, that's Provo. And the beach, wow. Like, I've seen pictures of it, I've seen videos, but in person it's just mind-blowing. And we've been to a lot of beaches around the world, but still, whoa,
I know.
It's amazing.
I always love getting to like a place for the first time and having that kind of first day, like first impressions, because you don't know what's around the corner. That's what we're all about. It's why we love to travel. You never know what's around the corner. And in this case, you don't know what's on the island.
Yeah.
And now, just one full day, almost full day into this, and already we have a little sense of like how it feels to be here, and we're excited to kind of create these upcoming videos, because we noticed on YouTube there's just not a lot of videos about this
There
place.
is not. A couple of YouTubers have been here, and then there's some not so good videos. But so hopefully we can make some really good content here and inform you guys, and maybe you'll want to come here after we've been here.
That's always the goal with our channel. We want to make content that you are going to find helpful if you ever visit here, and maybe if you don't know about the country, you're going to come and visit because you saw the video. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We have some big plans coming up. Let us know what you guys think. If you got this far, it's Trevor, Anna, Delightful Travelers. Thank you for tuning in. If you're not new, it's nice to see everyone. If you are new, hit subscribe, leave us a comment, share the video. It's going to be a lot of fun here, and I'm just honestly excited we got craft beer, you guys. Craft beer is back in our lives.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Turks and Caicos, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.